Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa. I am a 44-year-old single person currently living in the Northern Virginia area. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're turning, thank you so much for stopping back by. I really appreciate it. Today I'm going to go over my bi-weekly budget, and this is going to be for September 20th through October the 3rd. So as usual, I am using the Clever Fox dotted notebook. I have been using this for my budget and my sinking funds, and I still really love it. All right, so to save time, I have already gone through and kind of mapped everything out. I've got my scratch notes over on the side here, so we'll just jump right into it. I am paid bi-weekly. I am a salaried employee. I am an empty nester, so I obviously a single person. I have a dog and a cat that are those are my fur babies. So it's just us. I don't have any children, and I currently am renting. All right, well, with that said, let's jump into my budget. All right, so the very first thing here is my income, and my biweekly income is $1,700. Moving on to my fixed expenses, the first expense is my rent. Now, I do rent a basement apartment in somebody's home. It's kind of like a studio apartment. I have my own entrance and that kind of good stuff, but it is all inclusive, so I don't pay for utilities. I don't pay electric, I don't pay for the gas, I don't pay any of that stuff. It's just a fixed amount. My monthly rent is $900, and to make it a little bit easier for me, I set aside half of my rent each paycheck. So for this paycheck, I'm going to set aside $450. Next is my debt payment, and my minimum debt payment is $472.69. Next is Netflix, and that is $15.99. And last is Sling. This is another streaming service, and that's going to be $0. I have canceled my subscription. All right, so my total fixed expenses is $938.68. All right, and now I'm going to break down my debt. I'm going to tell you what my beginning balance is, what my minimum payment is for all of my debts, and what the ending balance is going to be. So I had a job loss back a few years ago, and I'm just now at a point where I'm tackling my debt. These last three debts they were sold to a third party, so there is zero interest, okay? So what I pay in my minimum payment comes off of the total, and I'm not accruing interest anymore. So keep that in mind as I'm writing that down. All right, so the first debt is an auto loan, and the auto was a complete loss, and what I'm paying is the difference between what insurance paid and what was owed on the car. So my beginning balance is $4,483.42. And this is the debt that I'm tackling right now. The minimum payment for this debt, and this is biweekly minimum payment, is $207.69. My ending balance is $4,275.73. All right, next is a credit card, and the beginning balance is $11,475. My minimum biweekly payment is $165. My ending balance is $11,310. Last is a personal loan. The beginning balance is $13,900. The minimum biweekly payment is $100. So the ending balance is $13,800. All right, so let's total this up. So the beginning balance across all of my debts, $29,857.42. My minimum biweekly payment is $472.69. So my ending debt balance is $29,384.73. So those are all my debts. So this fixed expense, this minimum payment is a combination of these three last debts that I have. All right, so let's move on to my cash expenses. The first expense is carpool. So I am carpooling with 3 other ladies. I drive in the carpool 1 week a month. And for the weeks that I am not the driver, I pay $5 per day. Now, in my last week, I drove in the carpool. And so I received the money from the riders. So I actually don't need to put any money into carpool this week. So that's going to be $0. Gas for my car is going to be $40. I did realize that I do need more money in gas than what I had been giving myself. I was doing $20, so $10 per week. And that really hasn't been enough. I've had to tap into my personal money a little bit to make up the difference. So, with a budget, it's personal and we all need different things. And, we have to be willing to be flexible and change our budget as we need to. Doesn't do any good to write a budget down if you can't stick to it. So if you're struggling with your budget, see what works, change things as you need to. Next are my food, toiletries, and household category, and that will get $120. My weekly food budget is $50, and my weekly toiletries and household expense is $10. That's what I give myself in my envelope. Next is donations, and donations will get $10. Next is spending. That will get $40, so $20 a week. Last cash expense is fur babies, and fur babies is going to get $50. So my total cash expense is $260. Next are my sinking funds. So my first sinking fund is car insurance, and I do pay that every 6 months, and it breaks down to $50 per paycheck. And so we're going to go ahead and set aside $50. And so at the end of the 6 months, which will come up in January, I will have enough money to pay my premium in full. Next is car maintenance, and car maintenance is going to get $60. Next is fur babies, and this category is different than the cash expense. The cash expense is to pay for things like litter for my kitty, dry food, wet food, treats, toys, that kind of good stuff. So that's my cash expense. My fur baby sinking fund is for any vet visits. They get their nails trimmed, they go get their shots. If one of them happens to get sick, that's what this sinking fund is for. So I do put aside $10 a week, so $20 for this paycheck. Next is car taxes, tags, emissions, inspection, and all that good stuff that we have here in the grand state of Virginia. And I set aside $5 per week, so $10 for this paycheck. Next is renter's insurance, also $5 per week, so $10 for this paycheck. Same with clothes, $5 per week, so we'll set aside $10. Same for YouTube, $10 for this paycheck. And also beauty, $10 for this paycheck. So next is gifts. This is for Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays, that kind of good stuff. That will get $10 per week, so $20 from this paycheck. Next is Christmas, and Christmas will get $60, so $30 per week. Next is medical for copays, and that will get $5 per week, so $10 for this paycheck. Last is vacation, and vacation is going to get $110. I finally found out when my daughter's graduation was going to be, and I need to purchase my plane ticket this week. So the plane ticket, if I do Southwest, the I Want to Get Away, it is $334, and I have $224 in my sinking fund right now. All right, so my total expected savings for this paycheck is $121.32. And I've been keeping track of my sinking funds. So my beginning sinking fund balance is $1,871. I'm adding, and I forgot to write it down here, so my total sinking funds is $370. So the ending balance for my sinking funds is $2,251. Is that right? It was at 50, yes, 2,251. Let me just add that up real quick. Make sure that is right. All right, so 370 plus 1871. I knew that was wrong. 2,241. Sometimes it's hard to read my own handwriting. All right, so a few things that have come up since I last did a video. I ended up getting a ticket last week while I was driving in the carpool. I've had this car for about 2.5 years. I've got a 2006 Honda Civic Hybrid. I don't have any payments. I paid cash for it a couple years ago. And I got pulled over, not because I was speeding, but because the officer couldn't tell if I had enough people in my car to use the HOV setting on my Easy Pass. And come to find out, my tint was not legal on the car. The guy that I bought it from was from Texas. I'm sure they have different laws there. So I'm going to have to pay for this ticket. I've already removed the tint. I watched a YouTube video and did it myself and ripped it off. So I won't have to worry about getting another ticket, but I will have to deal with that. The second thing that happened today, actually, on my way home, and here comes Tink. She's about to come visit here. What happened on my way home today is that my check engine light came on my car. And so I kind of had a feeling that the car was acting up. It just didn't feel right to me these last few weeks. And, you know, now the check engine light is on. She's just always got to be in the middle of everything. And so I'm going to have to take my car in. Again, I had some routine maintenance done on it and did an oil change, hoping that it would get a little bit better. And so it's not, I'm probably, I'll have to, you know, see what's wrong with it. And I expect that it probably is going to be the hybrid battery. It's a 2006, and, you know, those hybrid batteries, they just don't last forever. And so we'll have to see, but I will let you guys know if I end up having to, or at least how much of my sinking fund and possibly even my emergency fund I will need to use to get this fixed. So I think that's it. Those are all of my cash envelopes, sinking funds, and my fixed expenses. Again, this is for the paid period of September the 20th through October the 3rd. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you're at. Bye.